Lurching Woman. Made by Techie, Lurching Woman is a new animatronic sold at Haunted Hill Farm for the 2025 Halloween season. I want to thank the team over at Haunted Hill Farm for sending me Lurching Woman to review. If you are considering buying anything from them, please check the link out down below or simply check their website to see what other sites they sell from. Anyways, let's get into the unboxing on the Haunted Hill Farm 2025 Lurching Woman animatronic. Alrighty, hello everyone, this is Halloween Haunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. In this Halloween video, we have right here is the Haunted Hill Farm 2025 Lurching Woman. Now, I just got her earlier in the mail, and to be honest, I didn't really know I was fully getting this prop. I mean, I just randomly got a FedEx notification one day from Haunted Hill Farm for 2 packages. It seems that Haunted Hill Farm has surprised me and sent me 2 new items from them, which I was definitely interested in a few other items. I just never expected to actually get ones like this in the mail. So thank you, Haunted Hill Farm. Again, if you want to check them out, I recommend checking the links down below where you can check out their Amazon page, but there's also multiple pages to see where they sell from, like Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, etc. But anyways, let's go ahead and unbox the Lurching Woman. Nothing crazy with the box. It's just like all the other Haunted Hill Farm props. It just says the prop name, and that fell over, and then it'll say Haunted Hill Farm on the side of the box. But anyways, let's go ahead now and open this box. Alrighty, let us see. So here's what we got in here. You can kind of see that a little bit. It's one of those slide out boxes. It's a typical Techie and Haunted Hill Farm thing. So I will just simply try to do that without any parts spilling out, which the only part that actually spilled out was the instructions, some clips and cotter pins, it looks like, on a little like Haunted Hill Farm like catalog. That's kind of cool. There's like a little catalog in there. That's very nice. Looks like some sandbags as well. But anyways, here's the prop herself in the bag, and wow, she looks really creepy. I guess we'll start up here. There's always this part hiding in the corner, I've noticed, between Techie props. The adapter, and then I have to undo all these twist ties in the back and on the sides. There's quite a bit of those, so let me go do that real quickly. So finally getting those undone, let's start pulling out some pieces. Right here looks like we have some poles. Let's undo that real quickly. Okay, wow, I was not expecting this. So we got some white poles. Here's a tiny one, just some normal one, another normal one. This one has a little bit of a placement on it. And then this one has a connection to the mechanism. It's kind of like how the Emmeline mech is from Spirit Halloween, where you have to lay the mech on this. That's very interesting. And here's the mech itself. Okay, I was not expecting this from this prop. Wow. This is like one of those nice pop-up mechs that you see from like the Unfolding props or the Emmeline animatronic, where it's that nice pop-up mech with the nice gears in there and a lot more heavy duty than like the typical pop-up mech that you see from companies like this. Really nice. I'm glad to see this prop actually has that. Definitely makes it more worth it to buy and makes it definitely more effective. This mech is definitely like probably the best pop-up mech out there, so that is really awesome. Right here we have the body of the Lurching Woman. Her hair is kind of caught right now. Very scary looking. I have some comments about it for sure, but she does look very scary regardless, and she does have her full dress and hands already connected. And last but not least, we have both of the base parts. Yeah, that is pretty much all the parts to the Lurching Woman. Let's go ahead now and begin that setup. So to begin our setup with the Lurching Possessed Woman, we'll take both halves of the base and connect them together. Each side will snap lock into each other. Real quickly, I'll take the adapter and plug it into the control box. Next, we'll take part C, which is this little, like, I don't know what to call it, like a little holder, a little protector, a little maintenance bar. I don't even know what to call it at this point. Let's take this piece, snap lock it to the front of the base. Then we'll take the bar that literally has no label, or at least a small bar with the 2 holes at the end. This is supposed to be our like support bar for the other support bar. So we'll actually put that through each side of these slots. And then I forgot to take this out. Buy these props, please. We'll take 2 cotter pins and put them on each side of like the little rod. Voila. So I guess next we'll take the pop-up mech, a cotter pin, and the screw. I can't really think. It's like 2 a.m. right now, sorry. I'll put the mech on, put the screw pole thing in, the cotter pin in that. That way now the mech is connected to the base. Also plug in that wire while we're at it before I forget. All right, so next we'll take part D, which has this little cap at the end to connect to the mechanism. That snap locks to the last remaining pole on the base. And then the mech will connect to that by sliding into it. You have to press down on the little latch. Then after it's all the way in, press the knob in, and that way it's connected now. Next, we'll take this pole with the snap lock on the end, which labels G to G on the top of this mech pole. I don't even know what to call it, the middle pole. And then that part connects to this pole with no snap lock, labeling H to H. Okay, so now we'll take the body. This is very awkward because the hands are very floppy, but we'll go inside of the dress undershirt thingy. Oopsie. I think her hair is now probably dirty. Oh well. Under there, we will snap lock the upper torso to the pole. While we're at it, I'll take both of the wires and connect them. We'll take both the wires and then take that little cap that comes in the bag. It's supposed to be a wire holder to keep it like away from the mech or not get like pinched. So they go through this little bottom piece, and then this piece connects around the pole and then kind of connects together. It's not done as well as I think it should be, but it connects well enough. So I'm actually gonna have to slightly go back under the dress just to access the arm. The arm has a snap lock on it, and each side will connect to the body piece. Why is this so difficult? Ugh. This part connects K to K, and then this arm connects J to J. We'll pull the dress down on over. The bottom of the dress has 3 Velcro strips in the front. We'll nicely connect that to the base. Let's finally get her facing the front now. Ooh, look how scary she looks. So she does come with 2 additional sandbags. You can fill them up to weigh her down. However, for this video, I'll probably just use one of my weights just to do it more conveniently. However, again, if you don't have something like that, she does come with 2 sandbags. After that, plug her in, make sure she is switched to any position you want her on, and you're pretty much all good to go. And that is how you set up the Haunted Hill Farm 2025 Lurching Possessed Woman. Let's go ahead now and roll that demo, and then we'll discuss my thoughts on the animatronic.
I've waited so long in the shadows for this moment, but now I'll drag you with me into the darkness. You are my world. Your absence left a hole. Deep within my barren soul. But surely you had to know I will not let go. You thought you could leave me. Well, I'm not done with you yet. You left me lost and lonely in a cold, cruel place without you. And yet, I will have you again. Don't hate me because I scare you. I can't help it. It's who I am.
So the Lurching Possessed Woman, how do I feel about this animatronic? Well, I definitely have quite a bit to say on it, but to say the least, I think this prop is such an awesome jump scare. I think if you are looking for a prop that's gonna get people on Halloween night, this prop is definitely that. First of all, she does overall look really creepy. I do have some comments about the face I'll talk about later, but overall, as a general design, she looks very creepy. She's got really nice hand molds that look really good, and really good plastic as well. She got a nice white dress with some gray and black shading around the top, which also looks pretty good. Her mouth moves and then she lunges extremely fast. Again, the animation is fantastic with that lunging motion, so I really like that a lot. I like that it's basically a mini Emmeline mech almost, the way it lunges out. And it works really good, and the structure is also great with this prop. It's built pretty well. It's got thick metal, even metal to support it on the sides just in case it needs extra support. So I don't really see this prop breaking anytime soon. I actually think the structure is really good for the most part. She's got nice long hair. Her face does have good aspects. I like the wrinkles, the white hollow eyes. I like that when she actually lunges out, her eyes do actually light up. But for my cons with her, honestly, I do think the face needs some work. I do think it's overall really creepy, like regardless, even if I think the face is a little bit messy, I do think it still looks really creepy. Even from far away, this prop is terrifying. I know I say that some props look creepy or can be pretty scary, but I feel like I actually mean it with this one. This prop just looks very scary. She's also got some nice teeth as well. My main issue with the face is mostly this part right here. I feel like the snout looks really weird. I think they were trying to go for like a really fleshy, falling apart kind of face. Maybe there's some air in between the mouth and the skull, so it kind of pushes it out. But I don't think it looks the best. I think I would have just preferred it if it looked more like a regular skull or just normal like flesh. I just don't think what they were going for exactly worked on this prop. The mouth animation is also kind of weird. I'm personally not a huge fan of it, but I'm also like not really against it. I do prefer this over the puppet mouth, and I don't want to see latex used, so I will stick with this mouth. At least it's kind of creative how they hide it. I think honestly for me the biggest things are just really the face and the audio. The audio I'm not a big fan of either. That might be even a bigger issue than the face. The audio tracks are not great. The lines aren't written the best. Voice isn't the best. It reminds me a lot of like Twisted Grandma, and personally me, I'm not a Twisted Grandma fan, so not huge on that. Another side note too is the audio is slightly delayed when she pops out. Like the audio like jump scare is slightly delayed. It comes after she's jumped out. However, it's not a big deal to me to really care about it that much. She still scares people. She's still going to do fine with that. And for the retail price for this prop of $280, I do think she's a bit much. She's more like a $200 prop in my opinion. I can maybe get away with $230, but $280 is definitely a lot. But still, my biggest thing for this prop is definitely the nose and the audio. I just think those can be better on this prop. I would definitely recommend her if you were just looking for a good jump scare. She definitely has that for sure. I think she will do fantastic in your yard. I have no doubts that she'll scare someone. Definitely awesome there. However, if you're looking for more of a prop that has a nice like design to it and audio track, I don't think she's the one for it. I think there are better Haunted Hill Farm props for that. And for me, out of the 5 new Haunted Hill Farm props, not counting the 3 flashbacks we saw earlier this year, I think she kind of ranks in the middle for me. I don't think she's the best, but I don't think she's the worst either. I think she's got cool aspects, but she definitely needs some work. I think this prop would be awesome to customize. But overall, if you're looking for a great jump scare and you are interested in this, I definitely think she is a cool buy for that. However, the actual facial design might need some work along with the audio track. With that being said, that will conclude this video on the Haunted Hill Farm 2025 Lurching Woman. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next Halloween video.